in a comic book, died suddenly during a sermon in season 37's episode, Sashes to Sashes. Originally voiced by Cloris Leachman and later by Tress MacNeille, Alice had been part of the show for more than 3 decades. While she died once before in season 23, after being attacked by a robotic seal, she continued to return in later episodes. This time, however, executive producer Tim Long confirmed the death is canon and final, joking that, in another, more important sense, yep, she's dead as a doornail. Alice's passing sets off the plot of the episode, revealing she left her entire estate to Springfield Elementary to support a new music program. But her final gift sparks a battle between Lisa Simpson, who wants to honor Alice's wishes, and Mayor Quimby's son, who tries to reroute the funds for a 3-day music festival. Fans reacted strongly online, with many lamenting another loss so soon after the death of Barfly Larry, the lush Dalrymple, in 2024. Posts on X ranged from "new pensive face" to "the Simpsons are killing off everyone." Despite the surprise, producers emphasized that the show's timeline has always been flexible, and not all deaths stick. Recent deaths for characters like Marge were clarified as non-canonical future fantasies. But for Alice, this is the real end. Hey lovely viewers, welcome to our channel The Simpsons 24 Hours. The Simpsons permanently kills off longtime character after 35 seasons. She's dead as a doornail. This is the second time the character has died, but her death is confirmed to be permanent this time. A longtime character from The Simpsons died for the second time, and for real. In the latest episode of the beloved sitcom, the character has appeared on the show for 35 seasons. She made her debut in season 2, and was first voiced by the late Cloris Leachman and later Tress MacNeille. Springfield has lost one of its own. In the November 16th episode of The Simpsons, the fictional city's first church organist Alice Glick suddenly died in the midst of a sermon. The character, initially voiced by the late Cloris Leachman before Tress MacNeille took over, and has regularly appeared on the show for 34 years and a total of 35 seasons. In the season 37 episode, titled Sashes to Sashes, Alice was honored in a memorial service by Springfield Elementary, where it was revealed she left her entire estate to fund the school's new music program. This isn't the first time Alice has seemingly died. In season 22, she was attacked by a rogue Robopet, leaving fans to wonder if she had been killed off. However, she returned for several episodes over the following years, sometimes alive and sometimes as a ghost. This time, executive producer Tim Long tells people in a statement that Alice is gone for good. In a sense, Alice the organist will live forever, through the beautiful music she made, he said. But in another more important sense, yep, she's dead as a doornail. The character made her debut in season 2's 3 Men in a Comic Book episode in 1991, where Bart Simpson is completing tasks for Alice in an effort to save enough money to buy a collector's item comic book. Fans took to X to react to the news, with some simply writing, "Alice Glick is dead, again," and "R.I.P. Alice Glick." No. Pensive face, declared another. Others highlighted that they're still getting over the last permanent death on The Simpsons, Larry the Barfly Dalrymple, first Larry, now Alice Glick. The Simpsons are killing off everyone. Larry, who had been on the long-running series since its pilot in 1989, was killed off in an April 2024 episode called Cremains of the Day. This left audiences around the country shocked. Lead character and Simpson family matriarch Marge Simpson, voiced by Julie Kavner, also had her death teased in a flash-forward storyline during the show's season 36 finale, which aired in May. That same finale episode saw future students mentioning taking over for the school's fashion club when teacher Dewey Largo, Harry Shearer, died, but it was later revealed he was not actually dead. Jessica Conrad, who wrote the season 37 premiere, explained to TV Line that she wasn't worried the throwaway line would rile up fans, adding for something like this, "I would welcome the riling up if you actually believe that would kill him off camera." Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from juicy celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. The Simpsons airs Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. The Simpsons kills off, spoiler, after 35 seasons, dead as a doornail. Alice the organist will live forever, through the beautiful music she made, co-executive producer Tim Long said in a statement. The Simpsons killed off church organist Alice Glick in the November 16th episode of the show. Co-executive producer Tim Long confirmed that the character is dead as a doornail. Alice previously died in a season 23 episode of the series, but continued appearing in subsequent episodes as if nothing happened. The Simpsons is saying goodbye to a longtime Springfield resident. The long-running animated sitcom killed off the recurring character Alice Glick, the organist at the First Church of Springfield, in November 16's episode, Sashes to Sashes. In the episode's opening scene, Reverend Lovejoy is unexpectedly interrupted during his sermon. And Moses raised his staff unto the sky, and the Lord sent forth a mighty tempest that thundered like, the preacher says before the pipe organ blasts in the middle of his sentence. "Oh, come on now, Alice, that's a bit much," he says before realizing something is amiss. Alice. The episode then shows Alice keeled over on the organ keys, dead-eyed, with her tongue hanging out. Simpsons co-executive producer Tim Long confirmed that Alice's death is permanent. In a sense, Alice the organist will live forever, through the beautiful music she made, he told Entertainment Weekly in a statement. But in another more important sense, yep, she's dead as a doornail. Alice's death isn't the focal point in the episode, it merely sets the stage for a struggle between Lisa and Joe Quimby III. Principal Skinner explains that this wonderful, generous woman has left her entire estate to the school to fund a new music program, which excites Lisa, but prompts the mayor's son to rally the students to reallocate the funds for an epic 3-day music festival. Alice first appeared in the Season 2 episode, 3 Men in a Comic Book, in 1991, in which Cloris Leachman provided her voice. She was subsequently voiced by Tress MacNeille, who also provides the voice of Agnes Skinner. The Simpsons boss T. This is not the first time that Alice's death has been depicted on screen. The character previously died in the Season 23 episode Replaceable You in 2011, in which a Robopet, a robotic pet designed to look like a seal, killed her at the Springfield retirement castle. She continued appearing in later episodes, however, leading fans to assume that the episode had no bearing on the broader Simpsons canon. The Simpsons previously made headlines this year for killing off Marge in a flash-forward episode at the end of Season 36. However, co-showrunner Matt Selman quickly clarified that the development wouldn't impact other episodes of the show. Obviously, since the Simpsons' future episodes are all speculative fantasies, they're all different every time, he told Variety. Marge will probably never be dead ever again. Get your daily dose of entertainment news, celebrity updates, and what to watch with our EW Dispatch newsletter. Selman also told EW that he's not concerned with keeping a consistent canonical timeline on the show. It's a FING paradox. People suck it up anyway, he said. Our show is still very popular in both America and internationally. I am not worried about messing with the timeline. I feel like story and character should come first, and the cinematic universe rules of a show that has none should come in a distant second. The Simpsons airs new episodes on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time on Fox. The Simpsons previously made headlines this year for killing off Marge in a flash-forward episode at the end of Season 36. However, co-showrunner Matt Selman quickly clarified that the development wouldn't impact other episodes of the show. Obviously, since the Simpsons' future episodes are all speculative fantasies, they're all different every time, he told Variety. Marge will probably never be dead ever again. Get your daily dose of entertainment news, celebrity updates, and what to watch with our EW Dispatch newsletter. Selman also told EW that he's not concerned with keeping a consistent canonical timeline on the show. It's a FING paradox. People suck it up anyway, he said. Our show is still very popular in both America and internationally. I am not worried about messing with the timeline. I feel like story and character should come first, and the cinematic universe rules of a show that has none should come in a distant second. The Simpsons airs new episodes on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time on Fox. The Simpsons previously made headlines this year for killing off Marge in a flash-forward episode at the end of Season 36. However, co-showrunner Matt Selman quickly clarified that the development wouldn't impact other episodes of the show. Obviously, since the Simpsons' future episodes are all speculative fantasies, they're all different every time, he told Variety. Marge will probably never be dead ever again. Get your daily dose of entertainment news, celebrity updates, and what to watch with our EW Dispatch newsletter. Selman also told EW that he's not concerned with keeping a consistent canonical timeline on the show. It's a FING paradox. People suck it up anyway, he said. Our show is still very popular in both America and internationally. I am not worried about messing with the timeline. I feel like story and character should come first, and the cinematic universe rules of a show that has none should come in a distant second. The Simpsons airs new episodes on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time on Fox. This makes accuracy absolutely crucial. Missing your shots leaves you extremely vulnerable. The quick reload speed helps mitigate this risk slightly. Strategic positioning is key to using this weapon effectively. Close the distance using build pieces or natural cover. The tomato consumable can provide a necessary speed boost. The makeup shotgun has quickly become a fan-favorite addition to Fortnite. Its high-risk, high-reward gameplay perfectly captures the chaotic spirit of the Simpsons crossover. Mastering this weapon could give you the edge needed for a victory royale. iNews covers the latest and most impactful stories across entertainment, business, sports, politics, and technology, from AI breakthroughs to major global developments. Stay updated with the trends shaping our world. For news tips, editorial feedback, or professional inquiries, please email us at info@zoambangla.com. Get the latest news first by following us on Google News, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Simpsons kills off Alice Glick after 35 years. Fans cry foul on X. Killing off everyone. The Simpsons kills off Alice Glick. Actress and comedian Cloris Leachman voiced Alice Glick until her demise in 2021. After Leachman's death, actress Tress MacNeille lent her voice to Glick. Alice, who debuted in the Season 2 episode 3 Men and a Comic Book in 1991, died in the middle of a sermon during the Season 37 episode, Sashes to Sashes. Executive producer Tim Long has confirmed that Alice Glick will not return to The Simpsons. She's dead as a doornail, Long told People magazine. Alice the organist will live forever, through the beautiful music she made, he added. The Simpsons kills off Alice Glick. Actress and comedian Cloris Leachman voiced Alice Glick until her demise in 2021. After Leachman's death, actress Tress MacNeille lent her voice to Glick. Alice, who debuted in the Season 2 episode 3 Men and a Comic Book in 1991, died in the middle of a sermon during the Season 37 episode, Sashes to Sashes. Executive producer Tim Long has confirmed that Alice Glick will not return to The Simpsons. She's dead as a doornail, Long told People magazine. Alice the organist will live forever, through the beautiful music she made, he added. Fans condemn Alice Glick's death. The fans of the series were taken by surprise at Alice Glick's abrupt death. Someone update the Simpsons wikis about Alice Glick, one wrote on X, formerly Twitter, as per the New York Post. Rest in peace, Mrs. Glick, wrote another. A fan recalled Larry the Barfly Dalrymple's sudden death in an episode called Cremains of the Day last year. First Larry, now Alice Glick, they tweeted. The Simpsons are killing off everyone, one added. Co-executive producer Cesar Mazariegos said it was a big discussion on their part when they killed off Larry the Barfly last year. At the time, Tim Long also apologized to some fans who were upset about Larry's demise. I'm sorry if some fans are upset, but we really wanted to use Larry's death as a way to show that even the most peripheral people in our lives have dignity and worth, and that we really shouldn't take anyone for granted, he had said. The Simpsons suddenly kills off longtime character after 35 seasons. The Simpsons said goodbye to one of their longest-running recurring characters during the 7th episode of Season 37. Find out who is officially dead as a doornail. Warning. This story contains spoilers from the film Season 37 of The Simpsons. One character has officially said goodbye to television's warming glow. The Simpsons killed off one of their longest-running characters on Episode 7 of the show's 37th season as Springfield's first church organist Alice Glick keeled over onto her organ and died suddenly in the middle of a sermon by Reverend Lovejoy. Her death served as the fulcrum for the rest of the episode, titled Sashes to Sashes, which saw Alice leave her estate to Springfield Elementary to fund the school's new music program. However, her efforts from beyond the grave were nearly thwarted when Mayor Quimby's son suggested using the money for a 3-day musical festival. The suggestion did not sit well with Lisa Simpson, who dug deep to uncover Quimby family secrets as she encouraged her brother Bart Simpson to run against the younger Quimby for student council president. Luckily, Mrs. Glick's wishes for a program were ultimately saved in the end. Surprisingly, this was Alice Glick's second death on The Simpsons, as the character was seemingly killed by a rogue robot seal during season 23 of the long-running cartoon, appearing afterwards as both alive and a ghost depending on the needs of the episode. This time, however, executive producer Tim Long confirmed that Mrs. Glick has said goodbye for good. In a sense, Alice the organist will live forever through the beautiful music she made, he told People in a November 18th statement. But in another more important sense, yep, she's dead as a doornail. The character first made her debut back in the season 2 episode, 3 Men in a Comic Book, where she was originally voiced by Cloris Leachman. However, in subsequent appearances, her voice was provided by Truss McNeil. Alice Glick, The Simpsons, season 37 episode 7, Sashes to Sashes. Fox. And fans were sad to see her go. Alice Glick died once again in season 37 episode 7. One user wrote on X, new. Another made reference to the recent death of Barfly Larry, the lush Dalrymple in season 35, writing, "First Larry, now Alice Glick. The Simpsons are killing off everyone." But being on the air for over 35 years means The Simpsons is always trying to keep things fresh. For a deep dive into a slew of Simpsons secrets over the years, keep reading. The Simpson family first appeared as a series of shorts in The Tracey Ullman Show in 1987, after creator Matt Groening passed on an initial offer to turn his life in Hal comic strips into animated shorts. According to the creator, he hurriedly sketched the family while waiting in the lobby for his pitch meeting. Groening named all the characters after his own family members, substituting Bart for his own name. Why Bart? It was an anagram of the word brat. They soon became the most popular thing about Ullman, and producer James L. Brooks, who'd recruited Groening, realized they should be their own series, ultimately negotiating a provision in the contract with Fox that prevented them from ever interfering with the show's content. The family is yellow because Groening wanted something that would grab people's attention as they flipped through the channels. He told the BBC that an animator came up with the yellow, and as soon as she showed it to me I said, "This is the answer." When you're flicking through channels with your remote control and a flash of yellow goes by, you'll know you're watching The Simpsons. The first full-length episode, produced, Some Enchanted Evening, did not broadcast until May 1990 as the first season's last episode, because of animation problems that delayed the show's launch from fall until December 17th. Groening drew each of the Simpson family members to be instantly recognizable in silhouette, leading to their distinctive hairstyles and head shapes. Oingo Boingo frontman and composer Danny Elfman was approached by Groening to create a retro-style theme for the opening sequence. The iconic piece of music, believed to be the most popular in Elfman's career, took him only 2 days to create. The show's lengthy opening sequence was developed to cut down on animation necessary for each episode. However, 3 elements change from episode to episode: Bart's chalkboard message, the music played during Lisa's sax solo, and the closing couch gag, the length of which varies based on the needs of that particular episode. Groening chose Springfield as the show's setting because of how common a city name it is in America, appearing in at least 29 states. Despite revealing to Smithsonian Magazine in 2012 that it was named after Springfield, Oregon, near his hometown of Portland, he's intentionally kept the fictional town state obscure. In anticipation of the success of the show, I thought, this will be cool, everyone will think it's their Springfield, he told the magazine. And they do. 10. The Bush family were not fans of the show. In October 1990, then First Lady Barbara Bush called the show the dumbest thing she had ever seen, prompting the show's writers to pen a response from Marge Simpson, who argued the family was trying their hardest. The First Lady then apologized. In early 1992, then President George H.W. Bush said, during a speech for his failed re-election campaign, "We are going to keep on trying to strengthen the American family, to make American families a lot more like the Waltons and a lot less like The Simpsons." The writers responded in the show's very next broadcast, a rerun, with an opening showing the family watching the speech as Bart replies, "Hey, we're just like the Waltons. We're praying for an end to the Depression, too." While the show has been a mainstay on Sunday evenings for much of its run, its initial success there, becoming the first Fox series to rank among the season's top 30 highest-rated shows in its first season, prompted the network to move it to Thursdays, airing opposite The Cosby Show, then the #1 show. It would remain there until season 6, when it was moved back to Sundays. Yeardley Smith, the voice of Lisa, is the only main cast member who regularly voices only one character. Until the 17th episode of the second season, Fox and the production crew kept which characters the voice actors performed a secret, going so far as to close recording sessions while refusing to publish photo of the recording artists. With Old Money, however, the network revealed which roles each actor played because the producers decided their cast should receive credit for their work. Until 1998, the 6 main actors were only paid $30,000 per episode. After a pay dispute, in which the network threatened to replace them with new actors until Groening stepped in to support his cast, they were bumped to $125,000 an episode. After a month-long strike in April 2004, in which the cast stopped showing up to cast readings in the hopes of getting a bigger piece of the show's rising revenue, their salaries were increased to somewhere between $250,000 and $360,000. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.